Crafters. This is Brett Lund with another installment of your Try It Thursday video. Today, what we're going to do, I don't know if you can see that very well, we are doing a technique called double embossing. Let's see if I can show that up a little bit closer. Notice how the whole edge is embossed and the center is not. That is what we're going to be doing today. Let me show you what we need. We need some chipboard, and notice this is really thin stuff. So just basic chipboard that you buy at maybe your coffee shop or at or cereal boxes or t-shirt boxes or hosiery boxes, any of that kind of stuff will work. Then also we're going to be using the Nestabilities by Spellbinders, the embossing mat. This is the tan mat. We will be using, of course, the Cuddlebug. So that's what we'll be using. We will also be using an embossing folder. This is the little dots on it. And of course, we'll be using your embossing plates. We will need both your B's and your C. And we will also need Nestabilities. These are Spellbinders Nestabilities. There you go. Okay, the first thing that we need to do is we need to create, in order to do your edge around here, we need to create a template. This is a finished template, but let me show you how we get to that. What we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of chipboard, say this is your normal piece of chipboard, and we're going to go ahead. Now, I don't know how well this is going to work because the Cuddlebug is supposed to stick onto the table, and I'm using a mat. So we'll just kind of play around with it and see what we can do. So for this, what you're going to need is you're going to need your chipboard, you're going to need your A plate, and you're going to need your B plate and your C plate. And you're going to also need your Nestabilities. Okay? So if you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll actually see the recipe. I call them recipes. You'll see the recipe for cutting out the chipboard. So this is how we do it. We take your A plate, we take a B plate, we take your chipboard. Now, with the chipboard, we're going to actually cut two pieces at a time, and I'll explain why in just a minute. So we're going to go ahead and put that down. Then we're going to put our Nestabilities on top. We'll just center it right there. We're going to take our C plate. Okay, now this is going to be really tight, and that's understandable. Okay, so what we've done is pop this guy off. Basically, I've cut out this edge. Okay, save this and save this. Now, the reason why we cut two, I don't know if you can see it, but there is an edge around here. What you want to do is you're going to take your Nestabilities, and that will, it's kind of like a kind of an indent that will let you figure out where you want to put your Nestabilities in there. Now, the reason why we're doing this with 3 chipboard pieces is because we're going to make a stack. So you're going to cut this out again and use a fresh piece of chipboard, and then it will cut out a third one. So when all is said and done, you're going to have 3 sheets of chipboard. Now, I'm going to set this guy off to the side, just for now. Now with this, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go ahead and glue it. Okay? Now you can use whatever glue you'd like, but all I'm going to do, okay, goes up. Okay. So we've done that. We're going to glue the third one on there. So you're going to have a stack. Okay. Likewise, you're going to take all your negative images and you're going to glue these little guys together. So it will look like that. Okay. So now that we have these two pieces, now what we're going to do is we're going to start to emboss. What we want to do is we're going to take our Cuddlebug again, and with this round we're going to do a plate. We're going to take your embossing folder and we're going to take the piece of paper and we're going to put it inside the embossing folder. We're going to put this guy on here. Then we're going to take our stack of frames and we're going to put it right on top. Let's see, I'll show you. See how I did that? And then we're going to take our C-plate. See how I would land all that up? Okay, let's run it through our bug. Okay. So, if you look, you can see that all the edge has embossed except for the center area. Now, you could leave it like that if you wanted to, which looks good, but let's take it up a notch. So what we're going to do is we're going to do A plate, B plate, 10 embossing mat, chipboard, excuse me, not chipboard, your piece of paper, cardstock, I mean, then your embossabilities. Okay, and this is where the negative is going to come into play. This guy right here. And all we've done, I'm going to move this up so you can see it. Notice how I put it right on top. Okay, and then I'm going to take my B plate, put that guy on top of that, and I'm going to run it through. What this is going to do is this is actually going to emboss the edges of your frame. Okay, so take that off. And there we go. Notice it's all around the edges. So everything is embossed except for the center. And then with our example, you can go ahead and stamp it however you want, stamp an image, whatever, glue it right onto your card. Super easy. Now let me give you a little tip that I found. It doesn't take much to make these templates, okay? So what I suggest that you do is once you make a set of templates, save them, okay? So for example, I have that one. I have the round ones, excuse me, the oval. I have this rectangle one. And I have this kind of label one. Okay, so then what I do is then I just store all these in a Ziploc bag and store it with my embossing folders. That way, whenever I want to make one of these double embossed cards, it is all ready to go. All the template is ready, and then everything's ready to go. So, as always, you can pick up these products as well as everything else for your crafting needs at your local Roberts Craft store or robertscrafts.com. And as always, happy crafting.